You know, ever since I was just a wee little shit rat, I always wanted to own a brewery. But in my mind, I imagined it completely different than how it is today. I thought it was going to be me and you brewing beer in a factory or a business park, packaging it, and then selling it to 7-Elevens and Wawa's, Alpha Betas, grocery stores, bars, restaurants, and that's just how I thought it worked. But what I did not know is that there would be so much general public, the intoxicated general public at the brewery, to the point where I don't even know if it's a beer game anymore. I think it's a hospitality game. The beer game to me now is distribution, and the tasting room game to me is hospitality. And those are just two different worlds to me. I don't think most breweries realize it, that they're not in the beer game. They're in the hospitality game. You know, I used to get pissed off with those middle-aged women that would come into breweries, come and let you know that they're not a beer drinker. Why don't you sell Chardonnay? Do you know how much more money you would make if you sold wine? And I didn't think about it at the time, but that was the exact target audience. She's not gonna buy a six-pack of craft beer in a store. No brand is going to win that war, but she can have a great time here in this tasting room. This is the last level head boss. If you can get middle-aged women who aren't beer drinkers to become repeat customers, you are printing money. And you know, the beer game has changed over the last 10 years. It was all about high percentage hoppy beers. New hops were exciting, Citra, Mosaic, Galaxy, but now the new hop is baby changing stations, dog bowls, patio furniture, food. You have to have food. And the food's got to be good. People want clean establishments. People want to see that well-oiled machine. Great service, clean bathrooms, trivia on Mondays, bingo on Tuesdays, live music on Thursdays. Still waiting for a brewery to start promoting a chess night. There's a chess night. I'd be there every week. I play online. It's not the same. Big screen TVs with sports going. People at big stages. They're promoting shows, booking big acts. You can walk into a place without drinking the beer now, and you can know whether this is the spot or this isn't the spot. People are like, what happened to craft beer? It has changed every single year. 10 years ago, you just needed to be open. I'm not kidding. I remember going to places in business parks with no AC, no heater. Sometimes the beer was in plastic cups, Belgians on the menu, 10 IPAs, bathrooms were funky, one bathroom, and these places were packed. Remember the first brewery you went to? My friends and I would go to this brewery called Stumblefoot, and I can't even remember them having a logo. I don't even know anything about their brand. I have no clue what their colors were, their font family was, and it didn't matter. All we needed to know was where to go. I have no clue how we even found this spot. And that day is beyond over. You can't compare that to 2025. So what's the move? Well, I think about this one brewery a lot. This place called Great Notion in Portland, Oregon. And at the time I was there, I had a good time, but I didn't get it. I didn't really understand what was going on. But looking back, it was brilliant. They had the well-oiled machine. The kitchen was phenomenal, both meals we had. And I remember being in shock with how smart their beer menu was. All I remember was light beers, hazies, and fruited sours. Fruited sours with vibrant colors, just like candy or cereal. And I remember it was a packed house on a Thursday day. And I remember there was a ton of girls there drinking these fruited sours. And the craziest part about this story, this B-roll right now, this is from 2018. This is 7 or 8 years ago. It's 2025. What are breweries doing now? Adding kitchens, doing light beers, obviously hazies, and the heavily fruited sours. So now where's Great Notion in 2025? Well, they have a monster reach on social media. I mean, you could probably collab with, Hershey's or Ray-Ban sunglasses at that point. They've got 6 tasting rooms within Oregon, California, and Washington. But most importantly, I hear about Great Notion here in Knoxville, and I hear about it from girls. And if there's a better tasting room than Great Notion, put it on my radar. I'm there. I love this brand. I don't know or care if they have beer awards. This whole best beer thing is kind of ridiculous to me at this point. Everybody thinks that they have the best beer. As far as breweries recommended to me now, I kind of only listen to girls. If a girl says, hey, check out this brewery, it's going to be rad. When I listen to beer people or brewers on what places to check out, Doesn't always work. Hey, if you're in this town, check out this place. They've got great lagers and West Coast IPAs. I tried to check out that brand, but they went out of business last week. And the other brewery that was recommended had 4 people in there on a Friday night. Does it really matter how good your beer is if you have 4 people in your establishment on a Friday night? And on the other side of that, I've been to breweries where the IPAs tasted like cabbage, the lagers looked like pond water, and they couldn't have been making more money. Line out the door, half the people in there are girls, everyone's wearing the merch, everybody you look at is smiling and having an absolute blast. So I don't know, I just don't know. The good and bad beer thing, don't ask me. I don't know. I want to find out breweries I could bring my mom and my sister to, and they're going to have a good time. It's just like a high school party. The hot girls show up, and everybody else is going to show up. All right, so what's my take on saving craft beer? Figure out how to get more girls in. Ginger beer awareness. And I made a video a while back talking about what happened to beer, and everybody was talking about competition, COVID, Gen Z, inflation, sure. But there's also a ton of breweries that did not get that memo. Other Half, Brewhouse, Fontaflora, Great Notion, Treehouse, Zool, Yeehaw, Schultzbrow, Angry Chair, Drecker, Tripping Animals, you want to keep going? Dancing Gnome, Pine House, North Park, Craft Coast, we love to see it. Mortalis, Widowmaker, Two Tides, Meanwhile, Creature Comforts, Fight-Ins, Three Floyds, Jester King, New Belgium, Burial. I was just there. They got hit with a flood a few months ago. They're doing fine. Prairie, Austin Beer Works, Montevideo Brew Company, Human Robot, Omnipolo. I can go on all day. Do I know any of these breweries' numbers? No. Do I know where they'll be in 2028? No. But I hope they're doing great. I hope everyone's doing great. I'm pulling for everyone. High tides bring up all the ships. Dude. If I opened up a brewery 10 years ago, a dude who's never had one job promotion in his life, and now I own a brewery, my God, everyone's drinking for free. The drawer would be off every night. I'd be talking shit about everybody more successful than me. The place would be a mess. I'm thinking my beer alone would sell itself. The numbers would always be off, and that would just be the tip of the iceberg. And the worst part about all of this is I would have blamed everything and everyone except for myself. As much as I thought it was for me, it never was. My God, I'm getting the chills right now. I'm gonna start crying. And I don't know if you guys have done the math yet, but this is a projection piece. What's this video really about? Who's upset that they spent 7 years of their life not reading the room? Why wasn't I trying to get more girls in? Why wasn't I doing more mead stuff, Applejack stuff, fermenting peppers, turning Mountain Dew into mead, smaller batches, reels, TikToks? Who wasn't able to read the room this whole time? Yeah. I appreciate everybody who watches my channel. I really do. But now that I can see it from the outside looking in and I'm burned out, what can I do? Make moves or make excuses. I'm 40 years old. This is it for me, kind of. YouTube and craft beer are pretty similar. They're a lot more similar than I thought. Back in the day, you could upload any YouTube video and it was gonna crush. We all thought we were gonna quit our day jobs. I mean, I never really had a day job, but the Gold Rush era is over. Beanie Babies aren't that cool anymore. And there's millions of competitors. There's a ton of competition, shorter attention spans than ever, different platforms than YouTube. What's my point? It's not craft beer. It's not YouTube. It's the right people. Bill Belichick said it best. It's not the plays, it's the players. And you know something? This year, next year, there's going to be YouTube channels and breweries coming out of the woodwork. And they're going to kill it. And it's going to be rad and inspiring. That's my take. Check us out on the stream tonight. We're going to be drinking beers. I'm going to start putting out content again. It's going to be a little bit different this time. I got to read the room better. I got to be more disciplined and accountable. I got to be less hungover. This is it. It's just me and the man in the mirror at this point. But I'm excited. Talking to the guys last week. We're going to start cooking again. Join us tonight. The